I'm a person who has a lot of energy. So, yes, I don't really stop to rest or de-stress. I just keep going. I figure that if you don't stop, then you'll never notice how tired you are. I think it's better to have your personal life and your work life separate. That way they don't corrupt each other, so to speak. In an ideal world, no one would talk before 10 a.m. People would just hug, because waking up is really hard. It's not about women acting like man, it's about women acting like women and being successful. Don't allow the coldness and fear of others to tarnish your perfectly vulnerable, beating heart. For those of us who try to keep remembering, try to do our better than our best. Think of all the children in the drifts of snow. Winners never quit, but winters never rest. I always wanted to be normal. I tried really hard, but it's like I try so hard and then people still say I'm offbeat. I've learned to accept that and take advantage of it. As an actor, you can't know if someone's really your best friend. I think the measure of that is you could not see each other for 6 months, and then when you see each other you laugh the same way you did when you were a little kid. To be a gluten-free vegan is like the most difficult thing you can possibly be. Well, I know that you worry a lot about things you can't control. There are so many things we'd like to have, but we just cannot hold. You've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to be kind to yourself. There's thieves among us, painting the walls, all kinds of lies, and lies I never told it all. It's an addiction. I love clothes. I like to go down Melrose and look in all the windows, and I go to different flea markets. I have lots of costumes. You never know when you're going to have to dress up like a milkmaid from the 1600s. I love to cook, but I have some food allergies, so I have to contend with those. When you work on a movie, especially an independent movie, it's a lot of work to make it. It's not just our job as actors. So many people are working so hard, and even the littlest movie takes a lot of work. Why don't we just sit and stare and do nothing? Nothing at all. For a while I like the way you smile. I could be your state and I could be your nation. It doesn't get better than home, now does it? For those of you who tried but didn't make it, settle down. It's never what you think. The summit doesn't differ from the deep, dark valley, and the valley doesn't differ from the kitchen sink. It's strange because a lot of people are like, you can't change human nature. People are inherently negative. I don't think that's true. If you expect the best from people, they'll step up. Everyone has the heartbreak that shapes them in a way that they could never go back to the innocence that they had before. When I was a little bit younger, the strain I was under could make me cry. Now I'm a little bit older, a little bit bolder, never so shy. There's nothing like having a great friends. When you see them, you get that joy that you can't really compare it with anything else. The internet's like one big bathroom wall with a lot of people who anonymously can say really mean things. It's fine. I believe in freedom of speech, and I think people should think what they want, but I don't care to hear it. Always, the aim for me is making people feel like they are not alone. That's just the greatest feeling. When I exercise, I like to take lots of different classes because I want to really apply myself and feel like I'm learning a new skill. Not that I ever want to have to demonstrate any of those skills. I remember having this friend in school who said she didn't like the Beach Boys, and in that moment I knew we couldn't be friends anymore. I am always early to work, but sometimes late to other things. California is a great big nation of one. They never knew what they wanted till it was already gone. I want to be where your heart is home. I want to see you with the light in the morning. There's never been such a beautiful warning to me. For those of you who thought you'd be forgotten, the friends you've made will try their best to make it so. Think of all the beauty that you left behind you. You can take it if you want it, and then let it go. It's very much a piece of myself when I write a song. I don't mean to say it's very personal, like the lyrics mean something personal to me. When I write a song, that's my taste in music, my taste in chord progressions and melodies. I did not have a date to the prom. I went to my junior prom alone, and my senior prom, I was doing my first movie. I went in a limousine with like A bunch of people to my junior prom. It was a group date. I love indie movies. I think that independent cinema is where it's at and where a lot of trends begin. It's where new filmmakers are breaking through. I get embarrassed a lot of times, getting attention, but I like being on stage. Do you know what I mean? If I'm in a crowd of people and they're all looking at me, I will feel embarrassed. It's a strange dichotomy. Classic Christmas cookies are really time-consuming. Instead, make a bar. You can bake in a pan and just cut up, like a brownie or a blondie or a shortbread, which still has that Christmas vibe. I accidentally entered a youth pageant when I was 14. That's like a beauty pageant, but without the beauty. It was terrible. I wanted to be a child actor, so bad that every day I'd beg my parents if I could audition. But my mom said, not until you can drive yourself to auditions. I'm a very positive person. I get excited easily, and I like to jump around. Certain aspects of my personality are always going to come out on screen. I guess that's just me. If they say I'm quirky, I'm quirky. It's better than being boring. Love is individual to each person, and I don't think you can define it before experiencing it, because it isn't going to be the same for everybody. The moment you sense someone is making something because they think people are gonna buy it or like it, it's just so phony. The public has a nose for phony like nobody else. Secretly, I think everyone who makes fun of California really does want to be in California. There's something about guitars. They're just so big, you know what I mean? You're just like, ugh. It just seems so overwhelming. And the ukulele is like the opposite of overwhelming. I don't know how to explain how. Probably to my detriment. Unself-promoting I am. I used to have a cabaret act and I didn't even like to tell me people about that. I really hate selling myself. I'm not going to say I'm a big girl. I'm a very small person, but I'm a healthy weight. That might be a little weird for Hollywood. I was never enough, but I can try. I can try to toughen up. I just like music that sounds like music, not like machines and computers and things that you designed to make things sound slick and perfect. A lot of people work out to be skinny. That's so boring, and it seems like a depressing goal for a modern woman. Not that there is anything wrong with confessional songwriting. There are plenty of people that do that I admire. I think it is great. It just isn't how I do things. I find sadness and strife to be so much more interesting with an upbeat melody. I think that it's our responsibility to create a world in which girls can grow up and not have to limit their dreams or possibilities. You can't expect to make no effort. You still have to make the effort and be kind and understanding. ZOOEY Claire Deschanel, born January 17, 1980, in Los Angeles, the younger daughter of cinematographer and director Caleb Deschanel and actress Mary Jo Deschanel Weir. Her paternal grandfather was French, from Oullins, Reine, and her paternal grandmother came from a Quaker family. She also has Swiss, Dutch, English, Irish, and other French ancestry. She was named after Zooey Glass, the protagonist of J.D. Salinger's 1961 novella Franny and Zooey. Her older sister is actress Emily Deschanel, who starred in the Fox crime comedy drama series Bones. Deschanel lived in Los Angeles, but spent much of her childhood traveling because her father shot films on location. She attended Crossroads, a private preparatory school in Santa Monica, where she befriended future co-stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Kate Hudson. She sang throughout high school, planning to pursue a career in musical theater and attending French Woods Festival of the Performing Arts. She attended Northwestern University for 9 months before dropping out to pursue acting. Zooey Deschanel is an American actress and musician. She made her film debut in Mumford 1999 and had a supporting role in Cameron Crowe's film Almost Famous 2000. Deschanel is known for her deadpan roles in comedy films such as The Good Girl 2002, The New Guy 2002, Elf 2003, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy 2005, Failure to Launch 2006, Yes Man 2008, The Happening 2008, 500 Days of Summer 2009, and Our Idiot Brother 2011. She has also ventured into dramatic film territory with Manic 2001, All the Real Girls 2003, Winter Passing 2005, Bridge to Terabithia 2007 and The Driftless Area 2015. From 2011 to 2018, she starred as Jess Day on the Fox sitcom New Girl, for which she received nominations for a Primetime Emmy Award and 3 Golden Globe Awards. In 2001, DESCHANEL performed in the jazz cabaret act If All the Stars Were Pretty Babies with actress Samantha Shelton. In 2006, DESCHANEL teamed up with M. Ward to form She and Him and subsequently released their debut album, Volume 1. In 2008, they have since released 6 albums, Volume 2 2010, A Very She and Him Christmas 2011, Volume 3 2013, Classics 2014, Christmas Party 2016, and Melt Away, a tribute to Brian Wilson 2022. She received a Grammy Award nomination for Best Song Written for Visual Media for So Long, which was featured on the soundtrack of the 2011 film Winnie the Pooh. Besides singing, she plays keyboards, percussion, banjo, and ukulele. DESCHANEL is also a co-founder of the female-focused website Hella Jiggles, which was acquired by Time Inc. in 2015.